It all started with that empty skiff, if you ask me. Oh, I'd have noticed it right off because of the colors, even if it hadn't come floating around the bend empty. Unless, of course, you count the dog, which I did. Wasn't in the skiff so much as floating alongside, towed by the bow line around its neck. Wasn't good daylight yet. April mornings take their time waking up in South Louisiana. You know how it is. Come August now, it's a different story. That summer sun rouses up so quick and strong, it's like it never went to bed at all, but just stepped behind the trees and come out on the other side. But back to that empty skiff. I was bailing rainwater out of my boat when here it comes looking like an alligator gone blind. It bumped into Ron Terrio's log dock like it was looking for something, and then poked its nose into a mat of willow roots on the bank. That's when the current caught the stern around, the willows let go of the bow, and that dog's body swung out just as graceful as a cast net. That's when I saw it was a skiff not built around here. Blue and black at that. Out here on the Chene, our skiffs flare out on the sides, so they float high like an acorn cap. It makes them quick to steer with just an extra push on one oar or the other. This skiff floated deep and straight like a water trough or a coffin. It was big in every way. Longer, wider, higher than anything we build around here. How it didn't get hung up coming around some of those tight bends, I couldn't tell. Wouldn't have made it in low water, that's for sure. The more I studied that setup, the dog seemed the most natural-looking thing about it. Oh, it didn't take nothing for me to snag that blue and black oddity with my paddle as it went past. I always keep a knife handy for the day a line's gonna wrap around my leg just when I toss a net or an anchor overboard. It happens to every fisherman at least once, and I know my time's coming. Could be what happened to the owner of that skiff. That morning, I used my knife to saw through the line towing that dog. Then I lifted her out of the water and laid her on my seat. All four legs still there. A miracle considering the number of gators paddling these waters. That meant the body hadn't been overboard long, probably just a few hours. Black and stocky she was, with a square, broad head. Her muzzle was white and freckled like a bird dog, and there was bayou water puddled in the flap. Sharp, white teeth, so she was young. Patch of white fur run across the chest and down her stomach. Sturdy black legs ended in white feet, kind of webbed between the toes. Never saw such before. She'd have been a strong swimmer. Probably kept up with the boat longer than most dogs. A wedge of ear flapped down over one eye. Don't ask me why, but I moved. And that very second her eyelid quivered like the tail of a squirrel, trying to decide whether to run or not. I pushed my hand flat against her chest, right under the front leg. It was cold as death and dripping, but way down deep I felt the faintest beat tapping against my hand.